Bro, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence fight week, fam.
I'll be in Vegas. The first thing is I'll be in Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get tickets. It's very difficult. It's very tough.
Oh,
I believe we're doing a what do you call it? Listen, is it snaky though? Let's say I've managed to get a ticket. Is
yeah.
it snaky making you do the watch along with someone else?
Nah, bro, go, man. Look, because I would go if it was me. So take that off your conscience, fam. Because I'll be
Alright,
real.
cool.
If I was out there and I got a ticket to go, understand it's you and base.
Nah, I'm trying to work on it. Again, whichever way, we're gonna be coming to you live,
Yeah,
regardless of the situation. But bro, this fight, yeah, I've spoken to a lot of people, and it's the conversation starting now. And I love it when football goes on the back burner and people stop and talk to you about boxing. Like
yeah,
it's like I get all this other stuff happening, but
yeah.
this fight has captured the casual. This fight has captured the hardcore. This fight has
Oh,
captured everyone.
I
Like
like.
it.
I'm
Go
having
on.
brothers. You know that. You know when it's crossed over when the brothers that message you out of the blue and go, "Yo, so what you telling me for my man Crawford and Spence? Like, who should I bet on?" For starters, I'm always surprised that people still ask me betting advice because I'm thinking my takes, I'm doing really bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm doing
yeah,
bad,
yeah, yeah.
and
No,
I've
but
been
if you're
trying
in
so
it for
hard.
long enough,
I try so hard to sound better educated. I give the pros and cons to everybody, and then I landed the proper, definite take. I'm like, well,
yeah.
yeah, given all of that, 100% Crawford, and they're like, wait. All right, thank you for your advice, Trav. I'll take it from here.
No, I think if you're betting on this fight, it's gonna be it's a long summer for you because, bro, you can't really. It's hard to separate them. You
Yeah,
both of them can bang. Both of them are like I probably I play down Crawford's technical ability, kind of similar to the way I would play down Bivol's. What's the Bateviev? Is how I play down Bateviev, and Bateviev has got a lot of skill, right? But then you just see Bivol looks like the neater operator, and I feel that way with Errol. Like I feel like you're the neater operator, but then the flip side of it is people play down Errol's power. They just think, yeah, listen, pretty boy, this, that, and the other, and he can't bang. No, he can bang and he can get guys out of here. But I think Crawford just looks ferocious. So it's one of those ones. Wherever you choose, whatever's your kind of thing that you like in boxing, you're probably gonna go a certain way, and you feel confident about where you go because it's a 50-50 for me.
yeah. No, I hear you, and it's one of the ones where the more I watch, right, the more I see it going for Crawford. Like, I really struggle to see a way that Spence beats him. Even though I can pretty much guarantee that Spence is going to hurt him at some point during the fight.
Yeah,
But there's certain things, like for example, I've seen that Errol Spence has been like, they've been working with guys that are gonna do the things that Crawford does. There's gonna be a
yes,
lot of turning in the ring and silky operator and switch hitting and stuff like that. And I'm just like, even though you might be working on these things and you brought in sparring, them men are not Crawford. Crawford
mm.
always has room for that dynamic bit of nonsense where it's like, right, okay. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's a wicked breakdown. Mention it.
telling you, bro, it's like saying to someone, because I heard them say, we've been working on that for Crawford. And I'm like, that's like a team saying, yeah, trust me, the minute Lionel Messi gets the ball, we're not gonna let him do none of that silly stuff. We're
He
gonna
does
clock.
it anyway.
What do you mean? It's
Yeah,
going to happen. That's his
yeah,
MO.
yeah,
So for
yeah.
me, I'm like, Errol Spence is a little too heavy footed. He's a bit too stiff. He stays on the line and he believes in his power and his toughness a bit too much for me. And I
No,
feel like Crawford can
and
get it done.
so I like that. You know that thing when you talk about people staying on the line and this, that, and the other. It's
Yeah.
I've been allowed to do that because of who I've been going up against. So, but
Mm,
I can make certain changes and certain fine margins because again, the people that he's been in there with, he's bested them. He's better. So this is what it is really. So I might take a few risks that maybe I shouldn't take, but I know in this one the risk
yeah.
won't be there. This is someone that he understands what he's going up against. I saw this little interview and someone said to Crawford that it's the fight of his life. And he thought, nah, don't you fight of my it's not the fight of my life. It's a big
Yeah.
fight. But like and he because they all understand this is the fight that will kind of close the chapter of
Yeah.
the best of this era. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's one of those ones where if this fight is what we want it to be, I do hope for a trilogy, and I know I'm asking for a lot because You know, people want to go up in weight and this, that, and the other. But if this fight delivers what we
Mm.
needed to deliver, they have they're gonna it's gonna be one of those ones because hear it out now. Let's say it's a fight that ends in the 10th round stoppage. Um, Spence, yeah,
Yeah,
10th round stoppage. Spence is not gonna stay at that level. I don't know what
yeah.
Spence would do.
Nah,
I can't see
Spence
Spence
goes
fighting
up.
him again.
Spence goes up.
Spence won't fight him again.
Crawford probably follows him though. Spence goes up, but Crawford probably follows him because
You think so?
it's either that or Crawford retires, and I don't think Crawford's close to retiring.
He's
So
nowhere
I
near
think
retirement.
he's gonna want that back, 100%. That brother that sat down and said, "Yo, you losing on the card." What? You think that brother goes into the change room and he don't want it again? He's 100% coming back from this brother. So for me,
Yeah.
I think it's realistic for you to expect there to be a trilogy, but I can also see a way where they just do this thing once.
Never. If Errol loses, he's gonna want to see him again. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That yard man, everything that's gonna need to come out in him will arrive and show up, and he'll say, "No, we're definitely doing it again." And I know something about Crawford just fits me as the kind of person that will say he's ready to run it back at any time. That's the one thing. Like I could see Errol saying, "You know what? I fight you once and I'm cutting because I beat you," but I could see Crawford saying, "You know, yeah, I'll run it again. Let's go."
Yeah. But you
He
see,
just gives me that kind of personality.
somebody mentioned this on Monday Night Smoke, right? I think it was Jack, man. Shout out to Jack. Yeah, I believe it was Jack. And basically, he was saying, he goes, the only way I can see Crawford coming undone, right, is
Mhm.
if because he's so unsmoked, right, him getting too smoky in the fight. Like for
Mm.
me, mentality wise, I always link him up with a Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns was on smoke, bro. If you're on trading, I'm on trading.
Mhm.
Sometimes to a fault, because when he fought Hagler, he was on trading round 3 curtain, Sam, because the man
There
wanted
you
to just be
go.
in the phone box like they were Mexican.
Yeah.
Now, I can see if Errol comes to go at him and he's on some boastful thing, Crawford, there's nothing in Crawford that's going to say, nah, let me stay on my game plan. I promise you, he's going to respond with the same energy. And that is the only route I can see it going where it gets closer unnecessarily just because you've decided to log into this war.
See, I like that take, and you know what you have to take into consideration at the same time is the fact that it's gonna be packed. This is gonna be wall to wall with celebrities, bro. Like
Um,
you can't get a ticket. You have to understand, everyone's going to be out there. You know, one of those nights, you know when we do stand up and you walk into a room, you get booked for something, and you
you
didn't realize what kind of show
did.
it is, and then you get in there and you're saying,
Listen,
"Oh, everyone's in here." The people
fam.
that can, the tastemakers, or people that will really, I don't want him to go home with the thought of, yeah, KG's not that guy. You know what I
Fam,
mean? So
it's when
tonight,
it's when you
hmm,
do a show, yeah, and it's one of these ones when they be like, "Oh, you see, Bashy and Rich is here." You're like, "Wait, what?" It's like, right, and Antoine Ferdinand. Wait, hold on, what type of show is this? Because now we've got to do a madness. It's just this
we have to do it.
little sprinkling
Yeah,
of
yeah,
names.
yeah, 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 yeah. There could be one name. If you told me Ian Wright's in the crowd, because I need him
Oh,
to tell me that I'm sick. I need you to tell me
brother,
that I'm sick. So I'm going in now. It's like, okay, so Big Unks is in the crowd. It's time to it's
hmm
time to deliver. And this is what I'm saying. So now you're with this fight. They're not like they're having a preconception of who they think's gonna be in the crowd. They're in there. Jack Nicholson's gonna be pulling up. You already know
Denzel. You know
he's
Denzel's gonna be there.
Dev, yeah,
That's when it gets
yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah.
Not American gangster, bro. No, not training day. Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
That's
yeah, 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 yeah.
if
I'm
it's one of the ones,
fighting for my
you know,
life.
the fight is gonna go off, yeah. When Denzel goes, that's right, just when you land a jab, or when my man lands a jab on you, and Denzel saying, "That's right, get out of here, let's go."
Nah, this is too sick. Oh, sorry, one sec. Just
But
sorting
yeah,
out my.
man, I'm
But no,
excited.
on a serious note, people get involved in the comments right now. We need to know where you're going, who
Hold
you're
on, though.
picking. Go
Your
ahead.
prediction, bro. Let's say you're taking
I've
for the
told you,
fight.
mine's Errol. Mine's Errol. I told you, mine's Errol. I'm getting with
How?
it's stoppage. Errol's gonna stop him. Errol's gonna stop him. He is. He's gonna stop him. It's gonna be very surprising for a lot of people. They're not gonna know what to do themselves. Um, I just see that. I just see like this guy. I think people are probably, and it's mad because it's hard to say they're underestimating him, but they're underestimating him against this opponent. And I know I get Crawford is good. I get what he brings. I get how vicious and ferocious he could be in the ring. But again, there's punches that he's gonna have to deal with that he won't see coming, or he just can't stop. Similar to when you're talking about the Naya Nue one, where he's just that little jab to the body, it was just landing each every time. So we already know that, you know, there's the signature shots that Errol's will land. And we've heard, I think, who was talking about it? Porter was talking about it. And you're saying, listen, like, there's times where I'm like, he needs to stop hitting me that same hook. Kept on landing it. Before you know, it's like, right, you've hit me with the same punch over 3 times. And I never had a response for it. To the point where my dad's like, listen, I might pull you out of this because you're taking punishment that I've never seen. Do you know how deep this is? Porter gives a good fight to everybody. Said, you're taking punishment I have never seen my son take before.
Yeah, it was the punch in the mat thing. When he went down, he was still dum, 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 dum. He said, yeah, your head's gone. Get him out of there.
But you only do that because it's only do that out of true frustration, but coming up against a really good, a skilled opponent. What's your prediction?
I'm going Crawford, bro. I'm going Crawford by...
How?
I really do feel like it's whatever way it comes, but I lean towards the KO in 11 and 12.
Sense.
11 and 12. I think it's going to be one of those things where, surprisingly, Errol starts to come up short on down the stretch, because there's a level of intensity. Yeah, he starts to chase it, gets unstuck, because I think he's going to have a lot of good moments, but I think Crawford is going to be overall winning the fight as far as perception goes and just on the eye test, and then I think the KO is going to come. So
I pray there's no robbery. Well, it won't be, but I pray there's no robbery.
Sure, a robbery wouldn't be too bad, because at least then we'd know we are getting this fight again.
Nah, you can't be sure, man. We've seen it. Like, we're gonna get into robberies, and we're gonna get into robberies in a little bit. So, like, there's no guarantee that we run it back on the robbery. That's why I want it to end. I need someone to lose, and it's like, not to be wicked or cold, but it has to end by KO. I don't want us to get into the scorecards. Let's take this out of the judges' hands. Someone's got to win this one. So if that's Crawford getting it done, I like Crawford as a fighter anyway. So it's not like it's a bad thing. Crawford gets it done. Well done.
And I like
him.
Spence. I like Spence. He's Jamaican, fam. Do you know what I mean? I'm being very, I'm being very dodgy with my prediction, but so I'm not gonna be mad if Spence brings it home either. So yeah, man.
Yeah,
guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Who's your predictions? Let your name stand strong in the comments under your prediction, so that after the fight we can really start to salute everybody that got
yeah. When you call in, because we need receipts now. People say, I said this a long time ago. I don't care. Unless it's in the comment section and you said it, that's the only way we're gonna rate your Monday Night Smoke. Other than that, we're not interested in your take. We don't care if you went to some other platform and you said it there. As far as we're concerned, it's null and void, bro. It's you trying to get a lottery ticket with a whole different color of company.
That's like making money over in another country and talking about, yo, my piece. Nah, bro, it don't run through HMRC.
Don't know it. Don't know it like that. Don't really know it like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not really. We didn't sanction that one. You get me? Man's probably moving like WBC, fam.